Hey, welcome back to part two of You Ask, We Answer, Legally Teaching Engineer Sports, episode 20. So we left with a great question from Hannah from, I think, the North Carolina area.
Yeah, somewhere in North Carolina where it's always sunny.
Sam, remind us what the question was, please.
So the question was, if you could only watch one sport for the rest of your life, what sport would that be? It's a very tough decision. There's a lot of good sports out there.
There are. I'm going to do it by elimination. I'm going to get rid of baseball. I'm going to get rid of rugby. Probably going to get rid of water polo. Um, so like, question, you still got Hannah in your ear somehow?
Yeah,
Maybe a little. Does football include college and NFL?
we'll count that because you can watch the college sport and the athletic sport. She's saying that will be allowed.
Then that's I'm gonna go football. So it's hard to beat that. It sucks. I'm gonna miss March Madness really bad.
Well, I think me personally, since we're allowed to watch college and professional, for the sole reason I'm going to go NHL. I'm going to go hockey.
Nice. Yeah.
That's
There's a lot of different versions of hockey, so that's a good
Oh,
answer.
yeah, I didn't even think of that. I got like the Russian, I got the Sweden. You're gonna
well,
miss
that's
all the
just
good. You're gonna miss all
yeah.
the good Olympics. Yep,
Yeah, I
I'm
mean, you
taking
guys are really
hockey.
playing the field there with that sport. But Max just brought it up, the Olympics. So I would take mine in a very small dose, and I would just go with snowboarding. I would just watch the Olympic sport of snowboarding. Whenever the X Games counts, though, of course, like the X Games snowboarding
You
competition
might
would
have to put
count.
a petition out there to get Sam off this show.
Wow.
Good question,
I'm
Hannah, from the North
I'm keeping it
Carolina.
real, for the people.
All right. I've got a caller calling in. See if he's got to say.
Hey fellas, Anthony from Milwaukee here. Long time listener, first time caller. Couple questions for you guys. First, what's your favorite live sports venue you've ever visited? Second, what's your least favorite school/team in the old NEMC? And why was it Standard Sterling?
I'll tell you right now why it was Standish Sterling because it was always freaking 50-mile-per-hour winds at their field. What was that about? The ball always goes sideways.
That's true. That's so true. Actually, playing soccer, you're right.
I do remember that field being very hard.
Yes,
That's
yes,
also
Very
true.
hard
rocks
field.
in the field.
Yeah.
So two-parter. Good question, Anthony from Milwaukee. And we appreciate you at GHL. So he's a great heroic listener. All right, let's go. We already mentioned the NEMC one, so let's go attack that. So Sam, are you going with Standish?
I'm like, what?
You going with Standish as your least favorite opponent?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Like within that conference, albeit I didn't play within that conference for many years because we got pulled out of it. But yeah, within that conference specific, I would go with Standish.
So let me remind you both who was in that, who wasn't that. So we've got Ascota, Whittemore, John Glenn, Pinconning, Standish, Tawas, Ogama. And I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'd stick with Standish though. Oscoda really wasn't a challenge, so
I know. So like I think I'm supposed to take Ascota, but I'm basing this off two sports, right? So I played baseball and soccer. Hockey didn't have that. Baseball I didn't care about at all. And then soccer, I never lost to Oscoda, so it wasn't much of a challenge. So it's gonna be John Glenn for me is my answer. They had two kids that were super duper good. Stefan Richards, or no, or Stefan Michalski or some shit like that, and then Ty Richards, who ended up being Sparty at Michigan State. Um, weird dude, I guess. They were very good, but we pretty much beat them. I think every time. No, we did. One time they tied us up, and we went to extra time, and I scored a penalty kick to pretty much walk it off. So, yeah, John Glenn's my answer.
Nice. Mine, Pinconning.
And
The
it's a
field,
good.
atrocious soccer field. They always sucked.
we
Hated
did.
going down there to play soccer against them.
Behind the
Pointless.
cheese field or the
Yeah.
cheese store, right?
Yeah, behind the cheese factory. Pointless. And then like Dylan was saying, like baseball. Somehow they were good at baseball though, and they would
They
always
were.
wax us. So that was frustrating too, because like going
Yeah,
down to Pinconning, and you knew you were just gonna get mercied. So
That's a
yeah.
good point. They had a couple of kids. One of them was throwing like 90, big old ugly kid, and then another kid threw some nasty curvy stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
there were a couple kids at Standish that were doing that when I went through there for baseball, and that was not fun. But yeah,
I agree. Standish and Pinconning are good at baseball.
Mhm.
Anthony, baseball guy at John Glenn. So Anthony went to John Glenn. Um, and played D3 baseball. So shout out to you, Anthony. Good question. We gotta hit his live sports question. So favorite live sports venue? I think he said venue.
Easy.
Go ahead, Sam.
Easy. The Joe.
Ooh,
Joe Louis Arena.
it's a good one.
That was a very good one.
Fantastic.
Live sports venue. It's tough. That's very tough, actually. I mean, can we get like specific with it? Is that okay, Anthony? Yeah. Okay. Detroit Tigers baseball playoff game.
Hell yeah. I know which game it was.
Atmosphere unknown to Detroit baseball. So if you ever get the chance, you should attend one. Lost to Boston. We'll never forget it. It was it Boston or was it the Orioles? It was the Orioles.
It was their last playoff game.
Brad Osmus, quality pinch hit in the ninth, guy in second.
Hernan Perez.
Yeah,
Whoa.
quality. But hey, it was fun.
Yeah.
So I'm going playoff baseball, Comerica Park.
That was electric. That's a great answer. I would say the same thing, but you already said that. So I'm gonna go I was with Anthony at Bankers Fieldhouse, whatever it's called in Indianapolis. I think it's Gamebridge now. And we saw Michigan beat Tennessee. It was electric. It was awesome. Hunter Dickinson just dominated. Michigan had some clutch buckets. Devontae Jones had a good first half. Last year in the second rounds to get to the Sweet 16, basically. So Michigan beat Tennessee. Tennessee was a 2 seed, and Michigan was an 11 seed, and it was awesome. That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So that is the coolest thing. I think the venue was awesome. So we'll go that. All right. Good question, Anthony from Milwaukee. All right. Sounds like we got another call. Cody keeps buzzing me, saying, hey, man, can I call in again? So he's calling back.
He's an avid listener, man.
Let's hear what
He
you guys
is.
Cody here. What country is the only country to play in every World Cup?
It's a good question.
What does this man do? Just sit on the Google all day?
He must be listening to our podcast and Googling. That's all he's got.
That shit. He roots for Michigan State on the side and Google Sports on the other side.
I feel like the obvious ones, are like Argentina, Brazil, France, England. England, actually, I'm going to go with England.
Max, I have the answer. That is incorrect.
Damn it.
I'm gonna go with like Brazil.
So I would have joined you with England, but I probably actually would have said Germany. And it is Brazil. Good job, Max.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Brazil. Good job.
I mean, it was a lucky stab, but I also thought about like who they have to play to get there.
Yeah, they don't have to play much.
They don't play much. Yeah.
Exactly. They dominate the region.
Yeah.
Cody, thanks for the question. We're not really shit talking, but we are. Oh, I think we got someone coming from the south. I got like a real southern zip code calling now.
Guys, hope you're all doing well. Hope you're staying warm. Anyway, listen, you know what I'd like to hear you discuss and your feelings? I'd like to hear you discuss the NIL and how it affects college football. In a lot of ways, I believe that it's getting out of control. Look at the Florida quarterback and his $13 million deal falling through. I mean, is it going to just become a new professional league? I just would like to hear your feelings on the subject. Personally, I think they all deserve that make some money, but 13 million is getting a little out of control. I think that somewhere along the way, the NBA is going to have to regulate it and, I don't know, as David said, put a cap on it, as in the NFL salary cap. Otherwise, what I see is that you're going to end up with maybe 25 or 30 teams that can compete. And that's it. Love to hear your thoughts on it. So,
all right, well, Rich, that was Rich from Alabama. Let me just put it out. Huge Bama guy. So
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
But, actually,
Saban.
that's awesome that he called in and talked about this because I had this on my notes for the roundtable. It just didn't get brought up. But National Signing Day for football is today, technically, on Wednesday. So this young man who he's talking about, Jaden Rashad, committed to Florida, and got an NLI deal, like he said, for 13 million. Fell through, so he decommitted, and now he has his top runners are Arizona State, TCU, Washington, and Cali, like University of California. So I think, like Rich said, there needs to be a cap on it. 13 million. And then for him to say he's not going to this school that committed him just because he's not getting his money, it's pretty messed up.
Pretty awesome.
You think it's awesome?
Yeah. Why
Why?
not? I don't know why not. Everyone else is getting paid. Why can't he? I don't know what to do though. So I'll tell you right now. Rich is a Bama fan. He's butthurt because his team's not getting all the players because there's more money elsewhere. Because you just don't go now where you're gonna win national championships. You go where the money is, right?
Look
Yeah.
at Colorado.
Yeah, exactly. They're not gonna win anything there, but they're gonna go because you get paid Dion and money. You get a boatload of money. I don't know. I think I agree though. I think there needs to be a salary cap of sorts. But then what are we gonna have next? A trade deadline? Are we gonna like start trading?
Definitely should have a transfer window or a
Well, I
trade
mean-
deadline or whatever you call.
So I think there kind of is, but it's like different. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I don't know.
wishy-washy.
What are your
I personally think it should be like a percentage of what the school's athletic program makes or something. Because then that way, obviously, your bigger school, you get more money, and the smaller school, you get less money. But that's just the way it's good. You're based off what the school makes, you know?
So I
don't
think
know.
that's what it is actually kind of. So like
I mean, yeah.
it's not like that, Sam, but it's like the schools like Texas who have bigger contributors can provide bigger NILs. And that's what it is right now. So his
Yeah, but it
question,
should only be like 5%.
so you're saying you are agreeing with Rich that there should be a cap.
Yeah, definitely.
So
In
I mean-
some ways.
Like in my eyes, I have no issue with like if you're a number one recruit, go and get that money. Like good for you. You earned it.
your
But my
issue
thing is
backing
what
out.
this kid did is
Backing
messed up. Yeah. Once he's signed, he should have been. Who cares if you're not getting your money now? Like that's somebody's
That's that,
obviously.
dude. Someone told him he's getting 13 million and they're not giving it to him. No way, Jose.
Yeah, because what? It's not through the school. It's through a third party source. So why do I
Right.
care, you
Let him
know?
out. Let
Get a
him
better
out.
agent. I don't know what to tell you.
So I think there should be no cap. Let's get fat and rich. Hook me up with some ideal somewhere.
Yeah,
Um,
I
Good
don't
question
know.
by Rich. Really good question. That's probably one of the more insightful questions we've had. That's a tough
Yeah.
one. We could talk like a whole episode about that. So that's a good question.
really
We'll have to have
could.
him on.
We may have to get his real thoughts on here.
Southern etiquette
Mhm.
up in here. Thoughts about his basketball team. They're doing pretty well, Bama basketball. Oh, coming in hot. You guys know this guy. Oh, wrong person. Whoa, it cut her off. I just hung up right on her. She's not gonna like that.
Good evening, LTEF, long-time podcast, satisfied viewer calling in. I'd really like to know when the three brothers get together for family gatherings, what's your most enjoyable board game competition? Family gatherings, most enjoyable board game. And to be most victorious. And perhaps even hinges on domination. Long time podcast viewer.
Thanks,
Dylan,
Kayla.
that heart is specifically for you right now, right there.
One love, baby.
I'll rip it right now. My most enjoyable is cornhole. I love it. Love it. You got cold beer in this hand. You're ringing bags with this hand. You know, I like to consider myself a top tier cornhole player, and I like playing cornhole.
I would follow up with obvious summer pool volleyball is my favorite family activity.
Yeah, checks out, Sam.
Because you know,
When you play with two and you have a tall significant other,
It's tough.
whatever, y'all. Marry tall.
So Kalo, he called me before. I know he's called in just now, but he called me before. He's like, "Hey, we're obviously I'm referencing the Logo Olympics. So we have a Logo Olympics, basically where the siblings compete. We bring our significant others, and we have our parents are teaming up, and we have games. So, let me check. Who won this past summer?
I did.
Okay,
Lexi and I did. We took first.
Okay, so
She
before
does.
that, there was only one other Logo Olympics. Who won that one?
That one's
that
very
was
controversial. We don't have
that
any
was-
That was me.
records.
It's not
Yep.
controversial. It was me. So I think we can nominate Sam as the
Okay,
most likely to dominate.
whatever.
Oh, my game. I'll say my game. It's croquet. I love croquet. Anyone, anywhere, any place, let me know. All right. If it's one-on-one, like I get my mouth the whole time, you're going down. Partner Paglia, we're still going to try our best and we're going to do really well. But croquet, and then I think the most dominant is definitely not. Sorry, Olivia. Sorry, mom and dad. It's between the three of us. Like, there's no doubt.
It is, and it definitely depends on which activity we're doing because
Yeah.
we throw some beersby. You start throwing that frisbee at those sticks. That's a game changer, and Max is just domination in cornhole for some reason.
Yeah, Max is very good at cornhole. I'll admit that. But I could see Sam winning the Olympics next summer, and so now you just have a win. So Max is being the most
Yeah,
controversial.
if you think I'm gonna let that happen, you're crazy.
So the crazy thing about this is like, yeah, you just never know. You got to play.
Hey, let's just
I got-
live stream the Logo Olympics.
Let's
we should-
not.
We should live stream I think we'll get the best views of our lifetime, fellas.
Yeah. Sidebar. So we forgot to bring it up earlier. We will be having a live broadcast of the LVC hockey team come the weekend of February 10th and 11th. Sam and I will be holding microphones for King's College at visiting. We're going to stand in the stands. We're going to record the whole game. We're going to put it on YouTube Live. We're going to literally commentate. Most of me probably talking. We're going to have some beers in our hands. We're going to just talk hockey. We're going to talk puck. We're going to talk some shit. And we're gonna get some interviews after. We're really hoping for the coach Don Ho. Might not get him, so we'll take Kishko, we'll take Tosto, we'll take Tyler Fitro. I guess we'll take you, Max. Whoever we can get.
Oh, continue. I'll give you guys a bonus brownie point if you can tell me what the King's College nickname is.
The Lions.
Nope.
Furry Taints.
Close. The Monarchs.
Isn't their thing a lion?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the Lions.
It's a lion, but they're called the Monarchs.
I'm pretty
King's
good at the
College
logo with a lion.
Oh, someone's calling. Hold on. Hello? Oh. No, they didn't want to pick up. Hey, you there? There we go.
Hey, fellas, so I've got a question for you guys. I know that you all are Michigan sports fans, and it's got to be tough, but I want to know, as a general Michigan sports fan, which team has really let you down the most in your lifetime? Which team had the most expectations, but just never really came through? That really disappointed you guys. I think the viewers would like to, get a sense of what that's like for you guys. Thanks.
Well, that was Matt from Columbus. Oh, no, Matt from Atlanta, I guess. Well, Matt, first off, F you.
Does he
on.
want like all time? Or, like is he still like kind of there? Can you ask qualify like all time sports or like a season where they let me down?
So it's a season, he said, and it's pro or college.
Okay. I got this one right now. Michigan hockey last year. Big letdown. They had many people come back, like Matty Beniers, Owen Power, Tom Bordello. They all came back to finish their season with Michigan after they all got drafted, and they were the powerhouse, and they just frankly shit the bed and lost in the semis. So that was a very big letdown.
Overtime loss, right?
Yep.
That sucked.
Yep. So that was a great shot to the heart.
Probably the best college hockey team ever assembled. So that is going to be a tough one as well.
Yep.
I have mine as well. Mine is basically the Detroit Tigers from the years 2010 to 2000, I think 16. To not win a World Series with the team they had and all those pitchers. I think they've got 7 Cy Youngs or some shit like that. They've got MVPs. I mean, JD Martinez, Miguel. The position players are so good, like Kinsler, Prince Fielder, and then the pitchers. You had all the pitching in the world, and you just can't go win.
They had 5 Cy Young Award winners
Wow.
on that team.
That is easily. So it's Detroit Tigers circa that chunk of years, Matt.
Yeah,
So that's a tough one. Sam, what you got?
Yeah, Yeah, I was leaning towards like a Michigan basketball season where they lost to Villanova in the championship. But I feel like that was still an accomplishment. So I'm actually going to go very recent and go with the Detroit Lions this year was extremely disappointing. They should have been in the playoffs. They should have won a game in the playoffs. Heck, who knows? They could have been in a championship game this year. I feel like this year was very disappointing.
I agree with that, especially with Hard Knocks coming to camp and like hyping me up a little bit and like watching those episodes and getting really
Yeah.
excited for it. Like I was.
So Eileen like how or so Anna she called again. I heard it in my ear and I just hung up kind of quick, but I heard the question. She basically asked, would you have taken the Lions over another team in the playoffs? And Sam, so I think your answer is yes.
Oh
Do you
yeah.
do you think they'd be in like the Super Bowl right now or like the NFC they would have made the NFC championship?
So what? They would have entered into like the Seahawks position at the very minimal. Who they play again? They played
49ers.
Yeah, I feel like the Lions could have beat the 49ers, honestly.
Yep.
And then who knows at that point? Yeah, and then the Cowboys are nah. Yeah, I generally think the Lions could have been in the championship game. Super Bowl, I don't know, but at least the championship.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I also agree. You give me the Lions in the Dallas position going to Tampa, they're waxing the floor with Tampa. And then they're coming out and playing, let's say, like, I don't know, maybe like Minnesota wins. They get to go to Minnesota. Hey,
Love that.
exactly. You have no idea. And then, so heck yeah, Anna, you give me the Lions in the playoffs.
Hell yeah. Max, sounds like you have a call ringing in.
I got one coming in right now. Yeah, here we go.
Guys, this is Mark calling from South Carolina, and I was wondering what your guys' thoughts were on the situation with LeBron and the foul call at the end of the game.
You guys hear that one?
Go ahead, repeat a little.
So we've got Mark from South Carolina calling in, asking what our thoughts are on the Jason Tatum foul on LeBron and the NBA refs.
First off, it wasn't a foul.
All right,
They
Sam,
didn't
what
call
are
it
your
fouls. I only saw a
I didn't see
meme. I only saw like a meme video of this event. So I generally don't know what happened, but it was a funny video.
See Patrick Beverly with his camera.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it was like saying the refs were blind and that like Mr. Beast was carrying them. Yeah, it was a whole
I'll tell you
thing.
right now, that non-foul call won me a boatload of money. So
Wow. I mean, personally, like we just talked about this earlier with our NFL games, it was a foul and it should have been called, but like I think that's why sports are so fun to watch.
Yeah.
Or heartbreaking, I guess depends who you're rooting for. But like that's what makes the imperfection awesome about sports. And I think
No.
you don't think so. You want it right all the
No.
time.
There are cameras, there are technologies that you can put into balls. There is so much you can do to get that call correct and have the correct moment occur. Look back into that Wrexham soccer game, Max, that we watched. There was no VAR at that site because they didn't have it. Completely missed the handball. Wrexham wins that game. Just make the right call if the call is right. It's simple. It's not if it's a foul, go look at it and call a foul. It's easy.
not wrong. He's not wrong. I mean, so Sam
that-
just say,
and then you also can look
foul
back
is
to that.
called.
You can look back to that 49ers Eagles game. Dude doesn't catch the ball, but they call it a catch. Come on,
Yeah.
make the right call.
Quarterback still is dead. And they still lose. So
Yeah, whatever, but still make the right call.
yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm a ref, so I like to be of the line that I think whatever I say goes. So no.
I think that's what the gamemanship of the sport is. Like, I think that's why it's fun because I can pull on the guy's arm and kind of like get in his head, cheat a little bit, and I'm not going to get called for it.
Yeah,
If they're going to call every nitpicky thing like that, that's.
Yeah, if you don't think there's makeup calls in basketball, you're wild because there are.
Oh, 100%.
Even
Yeah.
in NFL,
Any sport there is.
Yeah. Hockey.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, what I get rid of is the umpires in baseball. You don't need them. That strike zone, that's automated. Easy
They actually
money.
are. They're
Good.
implemented in minor league baseball.
100%
riddance.
play.
Yep.
100.
They have automatic balls and strikes coming this season.
Well, good question, Mark from South Carolina. So you got, I think, two people that think it was a good call. One person clearly wants that to make sure it's right. That guy's name is Sam. South Carolina apparently roots for the Celtics. That's all right. All right, ooh, we got another caller.
Hey, fellas.
Oh gosh darn it! I already heard this. Anthony, you called once, man. All right, this new caller.
So I have a question for y'all today. I was wondering if any of you know Sidney Crosby's birth month and date, and the importance behind it with him. That's all. Hope you guys.
That was a good question.
Ashley,
Great question.
Oh.
I know
I
he's
do-
number 7.
Yep. Sam, do you know any significance behind that?
I mean, 9, it's less than 10, more than 8. 7 is less than 8, but more than 6. So now generally no clue.
No idea. So I actually know this answer because we just had this topic in our house a couple of weeks ago watching him play. And he was born August 7th, which equals 8-7 in the year 1987. So that is why he wears 87.
Yep, 100%. Let me add to this. He also had a 2007 contract signing of $8.7 million.
Coincidence?
I think not.
I think not. Yeah, it goes on for like something about his dad. His dad was like something 87 or I don't know. There's like 3 or 4 things that's pretty wild.
I lost Ashley. She's gone, but we'll have to maybe get back with her another time and see if there's anything further. Good question, Ashley. Thank you. Oh, sounds like someone else is calling in. Let's see what we got here. Oh, there he is. He doesn't seem he wants to pick up. There it is.
Here. Question for all 3 of you. How many wins do you think this year's Michigan basketball team gets? Do you think they make the NCAA tournament? The last question is if they do not make the NCAA tournament, will they get into the NIT?
Well, Cody, we're not future tellers. Okay, first.
I'll tell you right now, Cody, wherever Michigan lands, Michigan State will be behind them. So
Ooh, love that. Good energy, Sam.
I don't think Michigan makes the tournament. I think Michigan enters the NIT at like an 8.
I hope they're like at 4 so I can watch them.
Yeah, they'll be home, right? The NIT still you play at your home floor for the first couple rounds.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I think they don't make the NCAA tournament either, and it's kind of sad to say. It would be very strange to watch March Madness without them in, but I don't think they do. And I do think they make the NIT just because the simple fact the name's Michigan, and they got a lot of money. So
yeah, I mean they gotta finish with some wins here, but
yeah,
I don't think they've got about 10 games left. If they win 9 of them, they're gonna they'll make March Madness. If they only win 6 of them, they're gonna be in the NIT.
Yeah,
I mean, if Jet pulls his head out and just takes the team by the reins, maybe they win the tournament. I don't know. The Big Ten tournament.
Yeah, that's true. There's always that. That's Chicago this year. And at the end of the day, we've got Michigan hockey. I just told you how Michigan State hockey did against Minnesota. Got Michigan football.
Hey.
You know how Michigan State did this past year. How many wins they have, Cody? Oh, not enough to make it a bowl game. That's all right. Oh, he already hung up. That's soft. Cody, you're soft. You can't even hang on to listen to that. Oh well. So the answer, I think the consensus is they might not make the tournament. Probably going to make that NIT. Sam said the Michigan State won't make the tournament either, though. So I love that energy. Good stuff, Sam. Thank you for the question, though, Cody. You're a GH.
To that point, though,
listener. Yep.
Probably only Purdue makes it. I think only 2 or 3 make it from the Big Ten.
Oh, there's gonna be like 9.
Yeah, it's stacked.
Yeah.
All
so they're not ranked, but they're gonna make it.
They'll sit from like the 9 to like the 12 range in the seeds, but they'll make it.
Yep. Agreed. All right, I got another caller coming in.
Hi, it's Christina. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm just wonderful. Thank you for asking. So I just have a quick question. So I'm finally thinking about downloading a sports betting app, and I know you guys talk about your locks of the week each week, and I'd love to start participating myself. So what do you recommend? I've heard FanDuel is pretty good, but I've also heard that Barstool has been popular lately. And what about DraftKings? So I'm just really looking for
Great questions, Christina. I like that. She wants
Somebody give her the gambling hotline real quick. I have a feeling that might be necessary.
1-800-735-6224.
So, Christina, I'm gonna drop my
There it is.
promo code in the comments. So if you just take that code, copy and paste it, download
DraftKings.
FanDuel.
Yeah. Whoa, no. You're doing DraftKings. I'm doing FanDuel.
Okay, that's fine.
So we will drop both. I recommend FanDuel personally.
So I say you leave it up to the viewers. Then you guys both drop your links into the comments and see whoever gets the most referrals, and then Christina will let you know, and then you'll know which one's the best one.
That's a great question. So I like FanDuel because it's cleaner. DraftKings I think has better. Max, what do you think? DraftKings has like
odds boosts and promos and more opportunities to make money. But FanDuel also is, like Dylan said, it's very eye pleasing, easy to use, user friendly,
more professional.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I would say, to answer Christina's third tier there, Barstool, they've got a lot of work to do. I feel like they kind of threw something together to make money there.
Sounds about right.
It's
agreed.
Superior.
Inferior. Our former caller Tom, he's a Penn. He has money in Penn. So that's Barstool. So he loves it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for you, Tom.
All right, we gotta call it one more. I hear one more calling in. We'll just our last caller, everyone. So thanks for everyone still on the line. We're gonna have to stop at this one, but thank you, everyone.
Hey guys, Daryl here. How are you guys doing this evening?
Good. How are you, Daryl?
Good to hear. One comment before I get to my question. I just want to let the three of you know that I genuinely love your podcast. I listen to it every Wednesday while I'm headed to work. Sam, I love the information you provide. Max, I love your viewpoint. And Dylan, I just generally love everything that comes out of your mouth. You're doing a really, really good job. So keep it up. My question for the three of you: how do you view your role within the podcast? All right, thanks, fella. And once again, Dylan, great job.
Damn, thanks, Daryl. Daryl's a good guy. How do we view our roles, Sam?
Sam, what's your role?
Why are we starting with me? Why don't we start with the one that shows up and looks pretty?
Okay, well, yeah, that's part of my role. But I would say my other part of the role is communications, like the person that gets people on. What do we call that?
You shake hands to get people on. You're a facilitator.
Yeah, I facilitate the podcast to people.
We get it. You're extroverted. We love it.
Sam, how do you see your role?
I mean, I enjoy my role behind the scenes. One day maybe I'll pop off here and just go completely behind the scenes. We'll see, and just run everything off of here.
I see you as my tech guy.
Yeah, I am the tech guy.
Can we grow as a tech guy?
I can try, but it's hard
Dylan,
to be a
what's
tech
your
guy.
role?
I'm the CEO, president.
And starting center. I am Jackie Moon. All right.
I am the owner. I'm the starting point guard. I don't know. I think it was my idea. But I think you both wouldn't be here without either of you, and I love it. It's been my favorite thing to do for the last 20 weeks. So I appreciate you both. It's been a great time, and I look forward to the next 20 weeks. So, hell yeah. That's all. So I think that's the end of our calls. You asked, we answered. Great segment, guys. That was awesome. That was a ton of fun. Thanks for everyone that called in, our GHLs, our great heroic listeners. We know we have a ton more. We can only have so many questions, so thank you to everyone. All right, moving on to our locks. So just so you know, everyone, Max, you were 3 games under 500. Sam, you were 3 games above 500. Dylan, you were 7 games under 500. But last week, I did actually go 6-5. So, ayo.
Good job.
Yeah. I didn't add my freaking 2 and 4 Saturday slate that I added on YouTube with Sam at the end of Saturday morning. I would have been 4-1. So tough. That's all right. So, make some picks. Sam, what you got?
All right, yeah. I mean, so I'm over 500. Could go south very quickly here this week because I'm full sending into quite a smorgasbord, I would say, of things. So we're gonna start with the NHL All-Star games. We're gonna take the Pacific over the Central, the Atlantic over Metro, and then we're gonna take Atlantic to win it all. Generally don't really know, but I know Boston hopefully sent some studs. That's the hope. And then to follow that up, we're also going to take the Pro Bowl, the NFL Pro Bowl. I think it's going to be a shootout. I'm excited. We're going to take the NFC to win that one.
Just taking Jared Goff. All right.
Yeah, didn't know it at the time, but I'm backing it. And then for some actual picks for those looking, I don't know if you can actually bet on those, but for these, we got the NCAA basketball little in-state rivalry, Indiana, Purdue. It's at Indiana. Indiana should win, I think. I think they will win.
I'm gonna tell you, so we don't have the spreads yet, but it's probably gonna be like they're probably gonna be underdogs by like 2.5 points. So you taking the spread there?
Yeah. And then, like Max said earlier in this show, in the first part, I'm full ripping my team. We're taking Fulham over Chelsea. Chelsea sucks. Let's go Fulham.
They're like, when I looked this morning, it was like plus 590. Fulham.
Yeah. Love
it. All right. Max, what you got?
So I only got a couple. I don't have many, Sam. So I'm gonna go University of Michigan women's basketball team. Whatever their spread is, they're playing Illinois. Michigan's currently 18th in the nation. So give me whatever their spread is. It's not out yet because it's on Thursday. So we'll look into that. And then tomorrow night, give me Xavier, the Musketeers over Providence, -3, please. And then I feel like I got to bet on one Michigan sports team. Give me the Pistons +6 against the Wizards. They're home. I know I said many of times in my life not to bet on the Pistons, but give me the Pistons +6. And of course, my Seagulls. Saturday morning. Playing Bournemouth. Bournemouth's at the very bottom. They're going to get relegated probably this year. So
Eagles are like -250.
Yep, they're going to take care of business. So, yep.
Good stuff. All right. I'll wrap us up. So I'm gonna go tonight. I'm starting off with a parlay. So if it all wins or doesn't win, Iowa versus Indiana, or Iowa and Indiana. Iowa has Northwestern at home, and Indiana goes on the road to Maryland. Give me a parlay for both to win. Give me Michigan hockey this weekend -1.5 puck line, both games against Wisconsin at Yost. Michigan beats the fucking piss out of Wisconsin this weekend. Going to the English Premier League, give me the Bees, Brentford Bees, to beat Southampton at home, and then Manchester City on the road in Tottenham. Give me both of those. Parlay those as well. Shout out Phillips, he's a big Man City guy. And then I'm hoping Matt, he called in. He's a GHL, he's a great heroic listener. Matt Iwanski. He's going to join me in Michigan this weekend. We hope to be in attendance at LCA to watch Michigan, or to watch the Pistons cover against the Phoenix Suns, and then give me Michigan basketball on Sunday, which will also be in attendance for, to cover against the Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm assuming that's going to be about a -2.5 spread. I'll take that.
Love
And
it.
that's all I've got.
So you're putting all those together.
I mean, I'm not parlaying all that. I'm just taking I'm parlaying two of them. So I'm parlaying the English Premier League, and then I'm parlaying the tonight.
All right.
All right, fellas. That's all I got for episode 20. Legally Teaching Engineer Sports. It was a long one. It was a great one. It was one of my favorites. You ask, we answer. We do have a quote. It comes from Tom Brady speaking about the Pro Bowl. You think I play this shit to go to Pro Bowls? Get it together. Get your head up. We're trying to win rings. Shout out Tom Brady. All right, everyone. Sam, what's our POV?
PVO.
Yep. Our POV is positive vibes only. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to our great heroic listeners. That was episode 20. Have a great week, everyone.
Curtains finally closing. That was quite a show.